Welcome to the SuperSpy podcast.
It is time to take a journey with your favorite super spy.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a ride. And I wanted to say let's take a magic carpet ride, but no, there's nothing magical about this. I was away for a couple of days, so I'm a little tardy in getting back to you guys. But rock stars, I was on a mission. And on this mission, I was able to take a road trip, and I was reminded of the great country in which we live. But sadly, our country is being destroyed. But no. I will not go there today. I will not describe the euphoric applause and cheers that Biden received when he said we need to control the southern border and fix immigration. Boy, the morons in that crowd were acting like this was the greatest idea ever. No, I'm not going to talk about this. Instead, rock stars, I'm going to give you traveling tips for the road warriors. So I want you to get real here. I want you to understand that the price of flights are going up again. And imagine what it's going to be like this summer. So I want to give you these tips ahead of time so you can plan a nice family vacation and go see America. This is a beautiful country. Now, please take heed of these great ideas and these observations that I have had from my journey over the years. Okay? Quite frankly, I love road trips. And trust me, with my tips, I think you're going to be loving road tripping too. But be advised, I did pay an average of $4.25 a gallon. Yeah, wow. And now this may, if you're looking at a good investment, this may be time to invest in a Tesla, because I did see many gas stations are now including electric charging stations. That's right, electric charging stations, and especially at some of the bigger truck stops. I was impressed with that. Oh, and by the way, simple and quick, I guess it's a public service announcement. Attention, City of St. Louis. How about putting some money on your roads? Jeez. Okay, well, let's jump right into it. Tip number 1. And I know this is probably redundant for some of you, but it's some of these millennials, they don't believe in this. Always carry cash. That's right. There's still many roadside rest areas out there that have cash-only vending machines. And if you think about it, it's also better to pay for your food or beverage that you may just get through a drive-through. It's better to pay for that in cash because, quite frankly, you don't want your card information being swiped on a computer of the Taco Bell over there in Fresno, California. And if you do go to a Taco Bell during your trip, then please make sure you listen carefully to my tip on makeshift toilets. But tip number 1, always carry cash. All right, tip number 2, it's going to be about food. I really dislike fast foods, but when there are no other choices, I will tend to go ahead and stomach the cuisine a la nasty if I have to. And I truly shudder to think of eating fast foods. But there are other options out there on the road. And some people have told me in the past, hey, you should eat at the truck stop diners where you see the most trucks parked. They say it is a sign that the food is really good. No, that's a sign that the food is inexpensive and plentiful. And most likely, there's a buffet there with 3 different yellow-colored entrees that you cannot identify. Remember, a trucker has a long way to travel, and most of the time, no passenger to offend once the food decides to reintroduce itself by adding aroma to the cab of the truck, if you know what I mean. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? Don't get me wrong. Truckers do have good taste, and a lot of these truck stops have fantastic food. But don't generally assume that the food is good because all the truckers eat there. Now, my recommendation, find a sit-down diner or restaurant and take a break from driving. You could even look for local restaurants that feature the local cuisine and, of course, try to stay away from the national chain. Or you could head to a chicken or burger joint and grab some food and enjoy a nice picnic. Or my favorite, and seriously, I love doing this, pack some sandwich ingredients, pull off the road, and make your own sandwich, either lunch or dinner. You could have sandwiches, chips, fruit slices, and at least you know that what you are about to eat is fresh and clean. My number 3 tip, always comes after the number 2 tip, because instead of talking about food, we're now going to talk about public toilets. I travel with butt wipes. No, not the people in the car with me. Actual bathroom wipes or sanitary wipes. And they serve 2 purposes. 1, they leave the hiney clean and minty fresh. And 2, it helps when you need to wipe down those questionable toilet seats. Now, I always aim for large truck stops because they are constantly cleaning these bathrooms. And it's also a good idea, if you want, that you could stop at a Starbucks for a bathroom break. Yeah, I know you will need to order some of their over-roasted, overpriced Joe, but remember this: yuppies always demand clean bathrooms. Okay, so think about that. But I guess my top stop for the bathroom breaks, and listen to me carefully. Don't judge me on this. But my top stop for bathroom breaks are hospitals. Okay? Yeah, that's right. I said hospitals. One time, I was traveling through Arizona, and I was having troubles finding a suitable site for a bathroom break. First, I was in Arizona, and there were no trees anywhere around, so I couldn't use my travel expedient bathroom, which, by the way, you make it with an empty number 10 vegetable can, and those are the big vegetable cans that are used by restaurants, the military, huge families in the South and Utah, and you take those large cans, empty them out, and then I take a doubled up plastic grocery bag to line the inside of that can. So you bag it and tag it, if you know what I mean. Now the can is reusable, the bag not so much. But anyway, on this particular trip, I had just left San Diego, but before I left, I foolishly decided to camel up a couple of burritos from a street vendor. Now, for those that don't know, camelling is the art of stuffing your body, mainly with water, to make it through the day without limited breaks. So I thought, hey, I'd save a few bucks and I'd camel up a few burritos. So while I was driving, it was hot outside, and even though you had the air conditioner running, you're getting warm inside, and I found myself losing concentration, struggling to drive toward the next rest stop, which, according to the sign, was about 120 miles away, and I was feeling miserable. And there it was, the sign of relief. A giant blue sign with a white letter H, a hospital, just outside of Yuma, Arizona. So I pulled in, much to the horror of my passenger, my lovely bride, and said, come on, just follow my lead. So we walked in, and we were immediately greeted by the information desk receptionist. She smiled and greeted us, and with may I help you? I looked around as if searching for something, and truly I was. I was looking for the restroom signs, and bingo, I saw them down the hall, but I couldn't ignore the receptionist. She asked me a question, and I said, yes, ma'am. Our friend Sarah is giving birth, and we are trying to locate her. Now, I know what you're thinking. Did I know someone named? No, I didn't know anyone named Sarah and in Arizona, okay? But you see, at any given time, there are at least 3 women named Sarah giving birth in this world. And so I thought, hey, the odds, okay, they're in my favor. So again, I said, our friend Sarah's giving birth and we are trying to locate her. And she looked, tapped on her computer, looked around. She goes, oh, which Sarah? Yeah, she said, oh, which Sarah? I turned and looked at my bride with that smirk of victory. And I pulled out my cell phone and I said, oh, look, they just texted me. I better go wash my hands. And so off we went to the clean bathroom and in a clean hospital where a couple of Sarahs were giving birth. So just remember, use your noggin when it's time to unclog it. Okay, my final tip. Tip number 4. It's a few tips rolled into this category of number 4. Be decent. Be a decent human being. Don't cut people off. Don't assume the driver in front of you will turn on his turn signal. Don't think you could talk your way out of a ticket. Yeah. And whatever you do, do not roll your eyes when your passenger says she wants to listen to Star Trek on the radio, because at the end of the trip, she will still be your forever girl. Happy wife, happy life. And besides, you could put in your left side headphones, and she will think, oh my gosh, he's the sweetest man in the world because he's sharing my Star Trek moment, even though you are jamming to Van Halen. Thank you very much, rock stars. Enjoy these trip tips, and when you get a chance, give me a holler. Let me know how your trip went. The Super Spy is out. Hey, rock stars, my books are not only available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, but they are available in the Kindle format. So go ahead, read me electronically.
Please return the turntable to its original upright position.